See if this is working. How's it going, everybody? This is Souls44. Welcome back to All the Mods 10. I am working on figuring out what the deal is with the ritual that summons this little dragon, and I'll be honest with you. I think it's a mistake. It just wasn't corrected, and the right thing to do is for me to kill this guy again and again and again. But I thought about it a little bit more, and there's actually a Q-tip. Um, that you can use from mob grinding tools. In theory, I should be able to use it on this guy, right? Like, but will it give me here's your stick, dude. Eat your stick. Just stay there. He's he's cute and all. I think he's great, but in theory, this should get me an egg. So I should be able to swab him over and over and get a bunch of eggs, right? So let's try it once. If it works, great. If it doesn't, then I'm gonna have to look it up. It's a mistake. It just is. It shouldn't be, but it is. Instead of it summoning an egg and giving you an egg, it gives you the creature. And I killed the first one. I can resummon him later if I need to, I guess. And if I do get to swab this guy and it works, then we'll just go from there. So, what exactly is this thing called here? Mob swab. All right. No, I don't want to make a crafting recipe of it. I just want to do it. Hey, what's going on with my sound? Let's try it again. There we go. It was an actual connectivity issue with my headset. That's super creepy. Anyhow, let's go ahead and do this. Oh, yeah. And we can choose one of the fluids we got to use. Let's use this one. It makes the sound as if I'm getting levels. That's kind of cool. All right, so let's find a chicken. I'm assuming that they're just basically going to say, look, you should just have chickens going. And that just gave me another idea too. Like you're gonna do a lot of sacrificing and stuff um in this pack or this area. So I need to be able to mob duplicate at least chickens, right? Like have myself a little pin. So let me build a little pin of chickens. So let's get some eggs. And let's get rid of these little campfires. Oh, cool. They just pick up. That's actually kind of nice. That way it looks a little cooler. We can throw in there. It's actually kind of crap. Anyway, we'll just leave them there. They actually do what I thought they did, so I feel bad. All right, so let's take some eggs. Let's build a little pen. I already have a bunch of fence, so let's just go ahead and use this black steel fence. I like black steel. I think it looks nice. Kind of goes along with the darker theme. What are you guys doing in here? Must be when I built the walls and stuff, it went through. There's an invisible dude in here. I hear him. Is it night? It is night. He must be downstairs. All right, so let's say we built, I wonder what the range is, right? Like this one requires sacrifices a lot. So let's go ahead and place this like this. And then we can place the mob duplicator up here. The gates, they still hold a space, right? So they're not invisible, obviously, right? Like so they still take up a block space when it comes to like building around them. So That kind of stinks, but matter of fact, that is a perfectly valid point. Why don't I do this? Oh, crap. See, I really miss the cyclic being in here because with cyclic, you can do wireless energy transfer to certain blocks really easily. I mean, you can use routers, which is what I'm going to do. Only because I need to be able to get XP into this thing. So, um, an ender tank is one of the ways that I have set up that I like to use, and it's actually versatile for me. I'm a color-oriented person when it comes to um, identifying things. So you can also it allows you to place it underneath, right? It won't take time fluid, which I didn't think it would, but you can. Now it will switch over. Isn't that pretty neat? I'm not a fan of the color green that much, but let's go ahead and tell it to pull, and then it's to auto export, and we should be good. All right, so now this thing has plenty of fluid. We don't need to speed it up as far as I can tell. I don't think that's going to be necessary. Obviously, we're really not going to be duplicating a ton of creatures. I mean, we're just duplicating chickens. And this doesn't have to be built this way. You can build it however you want. I'm not saying that this is the only way to do this. But I was just thinking it would be kind of nice to have a little stash of chickens just sitting inside of a spot. And then all you have to do is, like, I don't know. I think you have to manually, I don't know what the trigger is. Like, I don't know if it requires a person to kill the chicken for the sacrifice to take place. If that's the case, I mean that would destroy the whole entire concept of automating it completely. But I think I still could pull it off. I don't know. All right, so now we need a chicken in general. Wait, let's just go get one, right? Let's go capture one, and then I'll see if I need to use these eggs. There's tons of chickens out and about. What's that sound? Is that the sound they? Oh no, my two zombies that wandered in here. They just despawned. So I guess that is the issue with the. Whoa, this is overflowing. All right, hold on. I gotta fix that before I go anywhere. I do believe that chest is right here. No? Here? No? Uh-oh. I forgot. I forgot where I entangled that chest. Or did I entangle the chest? I don't need to do lava into this anymore. I just realized I could just use soul lava, which does, it is faster. I hope, oh man, where did I put that? Oh, that's not good. That's really bad because I have no idea where that chest is, and it's importing very slowly. I should have just used a dimensional chest. Well, this thing is draining my experience down so that it stores it up, and I don't really want to do that. Too late now. Once you reach it, it just automatically pulls you down. Okay, well, let me think. It's possible that it's actually underneath it. I didn't even check. Yeah, that's way too full. I gotta do something about that. Somewhere in my base, there's a puller pulling stuff into it, and it's going very slow. That's all I can remember. Is I remember I hooked it up to a puller, the range on pullers aren't very far. I tell you what we do. We do the most lazy thing possible, and we just go ahead and say, you know what? It's doing fine. Let's just give it some room, right? And then why don't we just go ahead and make the chest upgrade? Natherite. That's what we use Natherite now. Basic all the way up to Netherite. This is gonna be. It's probably dumb to do this, but I did it anyway. There you go. Now it has lots of room. Uh, these are a problem. I have an idea to fix the guard situation too, and that's just export bus directly to a drawer with a void in it. But yeah, I don't know. All right, we're just gonna leave it run. Let's go find us a chicken. There's chickens all over the place around here. Let's go ahead and zoom in over. There's chickens right there. I'm like not happy at all with the scenario of me having to. Oh, this shit burned down. That's what's up. Must be a lightning strike I did or something at one point. I'm gonna assume it was me. It might not have been. All right. Come here. We need chickens anyway, right? Like I had a chicken farm. That's how I have most of my eggs, but they're gonna run out at the rate that I use them. Come here, buddy. Uh, okay. Let's go ahead and mob swab or chicken feed a different chicken. There we go. There it is. There it is. And I'm not mad about the fact that you have to do that, but I am upset that it doesn't say it. Like, why do you have to figure that out? That seems kind of goofy. This thing right here is now craftable. Should I craft it during this? I'm gonna craft it. Let's go ahead and craft a dragon soul. Now that I know that I can do this, 100%, I know I can. Let's do the dragons. I just want to make one piece, you know? It's like I've been doing this pack for too long, and I did it on purpose, kind of, because I don't want to do what others are doing and just like start at the end and work backwards through the whole thing. I wanted to explore the different realms of how to do stuff, and it has afforded me some really cool insights and made me research a lot of new stuff. On the other side of that, it's also taken me probably 3 times as long to get through the pack. And in all fairness, that's my right to do. You know, if I want to do that, then I can do it. Look at that. Man. So I need these are no problem. That is the only way to make this thing is with this runic star altar. Okay. It says require. I wonder if there's like a optional. All right. Okay, so we made the dragon soul. I think we can move towards the emitter next. Wireless universal curio. Okay. So that's what I'll do next. I'll just start doing what they did now, and then I can keep playing if I want to afterwards. I probably will take a break from it, if nothing else. Yeah, I don't. What am I doing down here? Why did I came down here? I don't know. At least I know there's a cave where I can get creepers and stuff nearby. All right. Chicken. How many chickens are we gonna want? I don't know. A few? Oh wow, they spawned. Do you see how high it spawns? So I made this just right. All right, let's turn this off. And then now we have chickens sitting up there, and for the sake of just because, I guess, let's go ahead and do the most abusive thing I've ever done is make these dimensional chests. I swear I've been using them. I forgot about the tablet. Lets me remotely access dimensional chests. All right, so what I'm going to do, like I was saying, let's go ahead. How do I want to do this? Oh, I never did power it, did I? I guess I could power it. I just don't want the chickens to get out. Can they get out? And then we'll just go right here. And then change it. And then we'll just, where's that collector at? I'm kind of worried that if I use the collector, it's going to make me jack up something and it's going to not work. But I could just set it for eggs, right? I could just be like allow, and then just put egg, show the area. When we come down, wow, I am facing the wrong way. Let's go that way. Nope. All right. So that should pick up all the eggs. And we don't need to show it anymore. I don't care about particles. There. Now I should be able to get a little bit of egg from this miniature farm I got going. I could always run it a little bit longer. Let's go ahead and get a few more chickens going. It doesn't have to be crazy, right? So let's go ahead and stop there. All right, so now we have the chickens we need. We're going to be able to sacrifice horses, though. And I cannot pick up a horse with a mob duplicator. It would not let me. I don't know what else to tell you. Like, that's a problem. Like a real serious issue. What we got for rewards? Oh, thank you for another dragon familiar egg. I was just about to make one. In fact, is there a way to make this automated? I mean, are these rituals able to be automated? Because in order to make this egg, you have to sacrifice the horse. But you could sit there and swab that guy. Where is he? I could pick him up. Can I mob duplicate him? Can I mob him? Hold on. I should be able to grab him, at least. I didn't take your stick. Yeah, so I could mob duplicate him, I think. And then I could smash him with the sword. Well, let's test it out. You know, I mean, first of all, I know there's chickens in here and that's great and all, but that just go away. All right. Now, oh, well, yeah. It's cruel. I get it. I get it. It's kind of cruel. Um, just to see if I can do it. That's what I want to know. No, you cannot mob duplicate him. See, that's how you test stuff out right there. That's a thing. Now this can be used on a spawner though, right? These are all broken spawners. I need a regular. Okay. Ooh. Let's go ahead and take the skeleton one. We're going to go ahead and put the chickens in here. Let that run for a minute. I gotta get enough, and so that way when they produce eggs, it's just like a thing. You know what I mean? There, that's enough. That should produce enough chickens. So let's go to the mob farm. Yeah, let's do that. Uh, it's upstairs. Then testing grounds. Hey, creep. Creep's still good. That's good. Lightning in a bottle still a thing. Ooh. Matter of fact, I should have tested it in this mob duplicator, but at least now I know that the dragon familiar can get eggs, so I can always get eggs. I probably shouldn't have done that. Let me get away from it. Uh, get some chorus fruit, right? And we're gonna take the AI away. So now those things are gonna come out. Those stand and won't do anything. Uh, oh my. Well, I guess you can. I guess you can make a spawner. Look at that. And now you can spawn, and you'll just spawn with no brains. They'll just stand there, right? So let's go ahead and put redstone control on this thing. You just put a comparator on it, and or in it. Let me right click it. Boom. Now it turned off. And now you have to give it redstone signal. But now, we could just swab these. We don't need to make a lot of them, obviously. But whenever I want, I can get a dragon familiar from the spawner. I could just hook up a redstone signal of some kind, lever, whatever, right? Just do this, turn it on, turn it off. Brilliant. All right. Works great. I wouldn't say it's brilliant, but it works. It'll work. And now let's just theorize here. I could use um what do I want to what's a good one? A clicker from Dyer. And it's going to face north. So north. The same kind of concept as this one. This is just a simple clicker. And if I put that in there, let's let my smart one go and grab this one. He's still stuck there. I'll stick him there. Okay, he won't stack with the other guy. Can I push him off? Will that give me? It will give me a soul shard. Oops. Well, hey, bud. All right, listen. We're trying to get to do an experiment here. So just give me a second. Just going to go ahead and use some more of this fence that I have. Right? I just want to know if I put. Because I want the range actually to be down on this guy. I don't want the range to be up. So what would be the range? What brings the range down? Because it says spawn range 4. I want it to be like 1. So let's go to spawner, right click it, and then we can check. I don't care about that. Okay, so it's going to be a piston, but you got to hold quartz or something in your hand. I can't remember what it is. Let's go backwards. Yeah, so if I hold quartz, So get a piston, hold a thing of quartz, and then I think that's how it works. I'm not 100%. It's been a minute since I've tried to make something worse instead of faster. Sounds weird, or undo stuff with this. I've never had to do that yet. So I think this is how you do it. Yeah. Yeah, so now the spawn range is 1. So in theory, they should just spawn right on top of it. Let's find out. It's slow. Did I stop it from spawning altogether? Did I reduce the spawn range too far and it just won't work because of the fence? Or let's go ahead and add a lantern so that it ignores light conditions, even though it spawned before. Oh, wrong lantern. Soul lantern is the one. Really? That was a task? Well, maybe because I used the nether star on it. Or maybe there isn't enough room. Huh. But it worked before. What did I do? Did I make it so that you can't use it? We'll just increase the range around the thing and see if that helps. I don't care for this idea, but I mean, ah, no, it just has that long of a delay. I mean, they're just going to stand there anyway, right? And then I guess I could right click. No. Okay, it should be doing it now, right? I don't see why it wouldn't. Show fake player, sneak right click. No, you just click. See? Hmm. Theories. I have a lot of them, but I don't know. These right here, do they have any use other than bringing them back to life? I can resurrect them at any time. That's it. That's fantastic. Let's just throw those in the garbage. All right, now I have my dragon familiar. I have some of these. And I'll figure out a system so that way these show up. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the swabs and I'll put them in the grid, and then I'll go ahead and turn them into feed. Then I'll export the feed over to a spawner with chickens, and then I right click them with a clicker, and it should. Well, let's just take this out. Why don't we try a router? I no offense to Dyers, but it didn't want to work, so why keep trying, right? And I know that you can use an activator. I happen to have one. I was going to use the activator. You can turn an activator into a spawn killer, a mob killer, a mob crusher. It takes energy and a sword, and then it'll just sit there and kill for you. Um, the issue is that it might not count in some packs as a player kill, and there's a lot of other little things like that. Let's just make 2 or 3. They don't stack. That is kind of a thing, but that's fine. I could always have a router on top of this. back, right click, right click. Oh, right click entity. There it is. There it is. Now it's obviously it's going to keep on doing that, right? It's you can't see it, but it's sitting there and it's like, oh, it's already been used. But now, now I could have a sender dimension 3, a modular MK3. I don't know what you want to call that. Mark 3. Where do I want to send the swab? Well, it's got to have to be crafted. So in order for it to be crafted with something, it needs to go into a tank. We'll just send it here. It's already there. So, but I do want to make sure that it's this and whitelist. All right, and double check. In fact, I want to make sure match. Tag matching enabled. All right, now if I go like that, it should take off. Now, if I put one of these in there, it should also take off. Okay, good. Now I want the. All right, so this is going to enable us to, and I can turn this on and off automatically also with a sensor that detects that there's a dragon familiar up there. And then, hey, when the dragon familiar is up there, turn it off. Just in case it despawns, because it might despawn. Now I have another idea here. Yeah. I mean, I do need to make an autocraft now. Now I need to, and I need it to be non-substitutable. Substitutional? Substitutable. Uh, okay, it grabbed the right one. But the problem is that XP bucket. I don't have an automatic XP bucket thing. I'm hoping that it works though. Like it knows to make the bucket. Right? So let's check and see if I can make that autocraft. All right, it doesn't. Yeah. Heck yes. Okay, so this is the Dragon Familiar DNA one. Now I can now get another spawner. Or I could get a well, I'm running out of Silk Touch spawners. Do you want? Yeah, I don't really care. Let's see. It was a long day at work, guys. Very long day. Yeah. And I got class in a few hours here. A couple, actually. All right. So I could either do the mob duplication or I could do the spawner. Um, once again, it doesn't need to have any AI, so let's just grab the chorus fruit and the comparator. And then an egg, right? Like a chicken egg. Oh, what the heck did I just do? What is this? I guess I killed enough tangled spawn that I got tangled spawn egg. I didn't even notice. That's gnarly. I threw my pickaxe in the thing though. My where's my eyes now? my silk touch one. Now I have the infused pickaxe, so like I have the juice to do whatever now with this thing, but yeah. Okay, so what if I do this? I set up can I make a chicken spawner? That's the question, right? Like, turn off, no brains. No. I mean, it's funny to think that I could get a spawn egg from that, but yeah, how would I do that? I guess a mob duplicator is the only way to do it, really. Unless I swab a chicken with a. Oh my gosh, let's try that. Let's try it. Let's try that. I just I don't know why it wouldn't work. Oh, I actually have one ready. Okay, so we're gonna go chicken, chicken. Let's just go egg. I should be getting eggs from those guys. All right, like there, there. Yeah, it worked. Okay, so now let's make. Oh, I don't want that one. I want this one. Chicken egg for chicken DNA. Can you eat that little chicken, or do you have to grow up? Oh, you gotta grow up. That's fine. Let's go ahead and we got a chicken farm, so that's a lot of chickens. Maybe I should expand the size. Actually, just leave it like that for now so that it collects the eggs without me because I don't want to find out that it's missing them. Me falling into that killed some of them. And if you just let this run, it will kill them because they'll cram. There, that's enough chickens. I don't want too many entities in here. I don't know if that'll cause any problems. It looks like it's damaging some of them. But it might be just this here. Okay, so now I should have a chicken egg. I'll just type in egg. And there should be a chicken egg in here somewhere. There's a squirrel. Jogger, dogga. No? You can't chicken egg chickens. You can't. It seems like that would be pretty basic, really. See, there's a cow spawn egg is a thing. So I definitely can use a spawner to spawn horses for automation. I might do that. I just don't know if it's going to be. If I'm going to keep playing the pack and I need these items, then yes, I'll do it. But if I don't, then I'm just setting something up for no reason. Whereas this one is a sacrificing chickens is probably going to be important. It didn't work. Maybe it was because it was a baby chicken. Now that these are full grown chickens, let's try that. Chicken feed. Make sure that it's the right one, which it's not. chicken DNA with the chicken. Can I just feed it through the fence without getting in there and jacking it up? That's the question. It blew up, and this thing didn't even try to collect it. Let's change the radius on this thing a little bit just to make sure that I'm getting everything. And if nothing else, I get feathers, and I'm gonna need. Wait, there we go. There it is. There it is. Yes, there it is. And something tells me that I had one in there, and it got pulled in also. So let's check it out. There's the other one. Okay, now we're collecting eggs. That's gonna be annoying listening to. I might have to put a muffler on them. Okay, let's go back to the spawner mob area. Let's continue with the experiment, shall we? Boom. Now we have a chicken spawner that I can turn on and off with the lever. Or activate with the redstone signal, right? I'm just saying. Oh, I need to do the thing with the quartz and the range again. Right? Side piston. Get piston. Hold that in my offhand and then give this a couple pistons on ranges 1. Redstone controlled. No AI. I don't know about the max entities, what that truly means. And then I need to give it a nether star. I do believe a nether star lets you ignore all conditions. I'm not too sure. Ignores players. That's important. So I'm gonna let you live. Oh, did I already give it another star? Okay, that's cool. Oh no, shoot. Oh, doggone it. I was trying to take it away and it didn't have it already, so now it'll work. All right, now I guess a router. Right? I'm not too sure if the router will feed him or not. Another activator. I obviously could use dire stuff. I think if I use the advanced dire stuff, I could do it. But if you wanted to get into it, really, I'm not doing it because in order to build dire stuff, you have to have all these non-vanilla items to make them and whatnot, and you have to do all this stuff. Whereas routers just uses regular, somewhat vanilla items. I mean, it uses gates and stuff, and pistons, and fences, gold nuggets. You know what I mean? I mean, look, this is the Spencer's quartz, redstone lever, paper, gold nuggets. You just don't get that when you do dire stuff, and I love dire stuff. It's probably a breakthrough. Again, he did it again, But like his clicker, let's see, where's his clicker? His basic simple clicker is not hard, but it requires ferrocore ingots for the basic clicker. The basic clicker shouldn't. That's the thing, is like it shouldn't be that crazy, but it does have a lot of options, and I do like that. His advanced clicker requires diamonds, ender eyes, and like that's a pretty bold deal where I could just use this router and do the exact thing I need to do. And I want it to not sneak, but I do want it to click on entity, random in-range entity. That's nice. That's nice. And we're gonna use chicken feed, right? But it's gonna be the dragon chicken feed. So this one And I do want to make sure that it knows only to use that, just in case. And I'm gonna double check it because sometimes the filters on these won't do well. All right. So this thing should have no guts. It shouldn't run away. Bro, I'm gonna pop you in the mouth. Oh, he challenged me like he was gonna do something. Let's turn on. Let's move the speed up a little bit here, like a lot. I don't remember how many clocks it takes to increase this thing to decent speed, but I don't feel like waiting all day. All right. I'm pretty sure that's it for those. Okay. I can't remember what is the spawner. What's the other? What's the other item that increases the speed? I don't want the count to go up. Ah, sugar. Gotta have sugar. Oh my gosh. 60 some K. Because I want it as soon as I turn it on to basically go off. Like this is doing. I maxed this bad boy out, and this has been running for a minute. It's safe, I think. I mean, I could put these guys in there and see if they produce dragon eggs. I don't think they do. Okay, if sugar's not the thing, what's the other one that speeds it up? Okay, I did that. Don't care about the health. Oh, conduit in Norse conditions. All right. Okay. Well, do I have any more of those? I don't think I have more. That's one of those items. Oh, I do have some. Yeah, I put that on autocraft. Unchecked spawner, the ultimate spawner. All right, so now I have a chicken that should just stand there. And then this guy, when provided with chicken feed, where did the chicken go? Oh, he's right there. Is he going to, is it going to work? What if I just let it? No, it's not going to do the thing? Hmm. Maybe if I sneak right click with it. Little man, you know why I'm doing this, right? You gotta go. Cause you're pushing stuff. Okay, so he's literally right in front of it. So he should be getting activated by it. Let's try the clicker. Let's just go ahead and do the clicker. It might work. And we'll use the advanced clicker. Might as well go ahead and use that. Because this one's not working. Or why don't I just do that? There, how about that? Will that work? So this one will work. It'll swab, but it won't feed. I don't know. It seems like it would work. Huh. No? All right, let's take this down then. We'll add the clicker. North is the direction. So let's add that. We'll bring that down, and then why is it always the opposite of what I think it was going to be? Oh, I forgot it's going to need energy. So that's another issue that's different than the routers. If the router, I don't know, maybe it's just not capable of doing it, you know? That took longer than I expected, but all right. Okay, so now it's got energy. We are going to tell it to right click. It is looking right at the guy. Target hostile, right click. And go. And there we go. We now have our automated chicken farm. I don't think it needs to show fake player. That's just weird. All right, so that should automate the chicken farm or the dragon egg, right? Now all I have to do is set up because this can be produced at any time. Yep, dragon familiar. Put that there. Okay, so they can spawn on the edges. So let's go ahead and block off the edges. Um, and this one I think is just a mistake. I don't know. Let's go ahead and sorry guys. What am I doing? There we go. Now, I'm not too sure why these spirits of whatever, or vengeance, are constantly being spawned. But that could also be taken advantage of, I think, as well. Cool. All right, so now I need a sensor. Do I have enough time to do all this? This sensor isn't good enough. This sensor should be good enough. And it is Dyer's, so why not? Why not, you know? And I'm going to have it right here. Gate. Show area. Plus. And then we're going to go boop, boop. Nope, wrong way. There. So it's going to censor passive. Oh, it just duplicate. I turned it on. All right, I don't want it to do that. That's the opposite of what I need. I want it to say, all right, there's nothing here. When there's nothing here, when there's no passive. Oh, I killed him on accident. Oh well. Again, another one of those things where I can We're gonna do that with this one. I don't I don't need that one to be fast. I just need it to work. Let's put these away. That's not, oops. I need to be in the habit of clearing the items out before I put them back. All right, so now this is going to look when it equals 0. Wow, that was fast. Oh, no, no, no. Off. How do I turn it off? When it equals 1, then send a signal. You know, when it equals 0, send a weak signal. There. So now that he's there, there. Now that he's there, it's not going to do anything. So I turn it. There it goes, and it turns it back on. It should be fairly safe to say that every time it's just going to send a signal to the router or to the spawner. And look at that. I got a chicken spawn egg from killing so many chickens from my deal. That's just, I don't know. I think that's kind of funny. It is kind of funny. This guy, however, I do need him to be enclosed. And I don't think that it was because it was enclosed, it wasn't spawning. I think it literally was because I didn't wait long enough. The speed on that one, this one is really low. And it's going to look cleaner when I get done anyway, so let's go ahead and do that. And boom, there, just in case. And then we can, because it doesn't have any AI, it still shouldn't matter, but for some reason, there's a weird deal where spawn range of 1 can glitch outside of stuff or into things. That may even include the reasoning I shouldn't be using fence, but we'll see. All right, so this is actually really cool. This works. Now, all right, we have the clicker. Okay, we have the router. We want our dragon egg, our dragon to spawn. Spawn the dragon, man. Come on. Is the dragon bigger than 1 block? Honestly, it should have spawned it right now. So it must be bigger. And in that case, I can't have it enclosed. Um, maybe it's got the same size as a spider or something. I'm very confused as to why this is not working. Okay, fine. You know, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna do the same thing. We need a clock, sugar, and then we're gonna need. I never hit it with another star, didn't I? I think I did. Just in case. Oh, okay. And what was the thing for the spawners that ignored all spawn conditions? Yeah, okay, the conduit. An item I never use, and now I need it all the time. I don't even know how to use them in vanilla. Oh, there you go. How about that for a revelation? I don't know how to use them in vanilla. Like, I just want them to spawn on top of in front of the router. That's all I want. Spawn in front of the router. I'm very confused about that. It does not like to spawn. Maybe it needs air around the edges. Yep, that's it. I don't like that at all. But it is what? It's because of the shape. It's a funky shape, but it works. All right, so this thing is going to get a swab. Let me just double check. Make sure that's not going to mess up. All right, it's going to send a swab. Did its thing. I have 4 of these now. I don't remember if I had 4 or 5 before, but let's just double check here. Boom. And there it is. So that works. And let's do another sensor setup just like before. Just like with the chickens, right? And it needs power, so let's go ahead and get a gate. Plenty of power. Weak signal equals 0 only. Now we're going to want, where's that at? Oh, that's not even close. Let's go ahead and go up 1. Whoops, not range. Up 1. Back 1. And so whenever this guy's gone, it should send out a signal. There it is. It works. Groovy. So I could mass kill him and get it, but now I have these set up. Now, the swabber is going to swab all the time, no matter what. So let's set up a craft. It's going to be a made-up craft, right? Because I don't think there's going to be a ritual left. So let's go ahead and say one of these is going to be equal to one of these. Oh, it won't let me do that. How about one of these is equal to the egg? Are you serious? Okay, well, how about one of these is equal to the egg? It's a processing pattern. That's what's wrong. Okay, I'm going. Okay, so one of these is going to equal a spawn egg. There. And what that means is I'm going to have the pattern send to here a swab. That swab will automatically go here, kill the chicken, boom, boom, boom. Yeah. But this sender doesn't need to go here. Yeah, it does. I need to have this sender go to here. Okay. Oh, the eggs are annoying, but that's fine. Um, yeah. Now you can put those away. So this sender is it's gonna go. Well, something's gonna have to collect up the egg though, huh? How about instead of it going to the grid, this just sends it straight to here. And then I'll get a router sitting up here. Okay. And that router will have a send here. Right? And then I'll just have it vacuum up the egg. Like this. It won't there. That way it'll pick up the eggs too. So when the eggs drop, the regular eggs drop, that'll also work. Okay, so now we just need to put this pattern into something and have it send the swab here. So we'll go back to a base. And let's go to the secondary area. We're going to need a pattern provider. Basic pattern provider is fine. And I found out too late that you can do this, but you can flatten a pattern provider out. And I didn't know that. I think it's cool. And I'm mad at myself for not knowing that. It's kind of doofusy. Now this router, just going to remove this. See, isn't that kind of nice? It requires a cable though. You know what I mean? Like, so that's a thing. If you want to change it back, you just put it through the system again. All right, so there. And then I need wrenches to make it so that it faces the right way. There. All right, now this one's going to need a sender. Just so I happen to have one. And it's going to need this pattern. And that should be it. We should be done. I should be able to take this now. And objectively say, send it to there. I know it's back and forth because it's another dimension. Whatever. Go back here. But now, okay, testing it from the other dimension. To craft one of those, it takes one swab. I hit start. The chances of this working first shot are kind of small. All right, so it did send it, right? All right, let's say it sent the swab. Oh, that means this is going to be a blank swab, right? No, it did work. It did work. Why this didn't work? That's the question. It did work before, and now it's not working. It gave me a new chicken. That's kind of interesting. I don't know. I guess I am going to need to. I'm probably going to have to replace these fences with solid blocks. That's fine once I figure out how to make this thing run. Oh, is it stopped because of the signal? No. This looks like ignore. All right, let's unrender that, render that. Okay, so it's doing that. It did it before. Now why it won't work? It did the first part fine. I don't get it. It should be working. It worked just fine. Y'all saw it work. I saw it work. Do I have any time left? No, I'm like way over. I'll figure this out. There's the right direction. Do I have to have it and then put it in here? I like how it's just killing them. It worked and now it don't work. I don't understand. What did I do? And I'll figure it out. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by. Next episode, I'll finish this up. But this should be working, right? That did work. We saw it work once. Let me figure out what it is. It's not sensing the chicken there. I don't know. I'll figure it out, but I don't know what is going on with it. Take care. Bye bye. Till next episode, we'll finish this up. We'll have automated some of the more hard to automate things, right? And yeah, we're gonna move into some more of this stuff that's really hard to automate. Each episode, that's my goal. Okay. Take care. Bye bye.